I I give up. I can't for the life of me figure this out. I don't know what to do. I'm running out of options, out of thoughts, out of ideas, and I can't figure it out. Someone tell me, someone please, because I am at my wit's end. I am going to go insane how this keeps happening to me every single week, every week, every week, every week. It's like I have a freaking, like a goddamn sign on my face that says something like, oh, now I get it. On the other hand, who cares? That's another bad end in the books, baby. Oh, yes, it feels good. And that's the first bad end of Zexal. Only 1 week away from our final week, but oh my God, did it feel good. It feels a little bad and scummy on the back of my 30-minute complaining video last week, but if there's one thing it's a sore winner, baby. Let's go. Bad end. Gavin wins. Gavin's the best. Gavin's deck is the best. And that's why my decks always get banned, but I don't care. I had a great time this week. This is going to be a fun one. Let's get started. Different clothes, Gavin. It's different clothes, Gavin. Because YGO Pro deck was down yesterday. So, here's my best take on the relevant cards from Legacy of the Valiant. 2 Mobius, Mega Mobius. That's pretty good. 2 Sylvan Hermitry. This was an ultra rare. I don't know if Sylvans are good, but is this card good? Someone please tell me if Sylvans are good, but this. 3 Sylvan, this dude. Someone please tell me if Sylvans are good. I took a look at Interplanetary Purpley Thorny Beast and thought it was good, and then realized there's really no way to put it in the graveyard. Gravekeepers. Tackle Crusader. Now this is what I'm talking about. Only 2, but that's fine. Got my 3 Ghost Trick Mummy. I certainly wanted 3 of all of the Ghost Trick dudes, just in case. I took a look at these rocks for a second, but then noticed that they were dark, and that doesn't really work with my Redox strategy. This card looks like a card from heckin' Legacy of Darkness. It's all the Calamtosa. 1 Sylvan Coom Mushroom. That card's name is really Coom Mushroom. I'm told I needed more of these if I wanted to play Sylvans. Got my 3 Jack Frost, 4 Jack Frost. Sylvan Beans. 2 Ghost Trick Mary. That's really good for my Ghost Trick pool. 1 Go Round. That is not what I'm talking about for the Ghost Trick pulls. And then I got the Monarch's Awaken. Potentially pretty good Monarch win condition. Tribute Summon deck win condition. Oh boy, and here it is. Here is the deck, everyone. Oh my god, I had so much fun building this. And hilariously, like I said during the week, I did no testing on this deck at all. We did a bunch of testing the day or so before, and I was trying to play things like Hazy Flames, and I tried Dragons, I tried all Beasts. I thought the Big Cattle Drive did something completely different, and I felt good about nothing. And then overnight, I basically dreamt this deck up, and I woke up and I was like, I'm going to play Catapult Zone. And this is what I came up with. Ultimately, I felt really, really good about what I ended up on. So I knew I wanted to play the Baby Raccoon package. And so that's 3 Baby Raccoon Pompoko, 2 Tauntaun, and 2 Calamtosa. The reason I'm playing 3-2-2 is because drawing Calamtosa is typically a brick. So you big Garnet, you want to only play 2 because you want to have access to them, but you really don't want to draw it. You want to play 3 Pompoko because Pompoko is what you primarily want to see to summon the Tauntaun out. Because Pompoko will set Tauntaun, and then Tauntaun will summon you Calamtosa. This is a +1, basically. It's a really good value control tool. If you happen to draw a Calamtosa, now if you see multiples of Pompoko and or Tauntaun, they're kind of dead cards. So Pompoko is the one you want to see. You want to normal summon Pompoko, set Tauntaun. That's the maximum value ratio with Calamtosa. We are playing a rock package for Catapult Zone. The rock package is 1 copy of Black Golem, 1 copy of Go 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 Golem, Grandmarg, hilariously, 1 copy of Revival Golem and 2 copies of Tackle Crusader. I bellyached on this a little bit. Initially, I was playing 3 Block Golem. At some point, I was playing 2 Go 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 Golem. Initially, my plan was to be on more of a Monarch style build with the Monarchs and with Trance, because Danny showed us this awesome card called the Monarch's Awaken, which basically turns a Tribute Summon dude into an unkillable death machine if you don't have an extra deck. And the reason I got off of the Monarch's Awaken eventually was because even though it was really strong, finding space for the Monarch's Awaken was harder than justifying playing the Block Golem and having the potential to go into a big rank 4. So I opted for the Block Golem. I thought that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 targets for Catapult Zone was a very respectable number without bricking your deck too much, and I really, really wanted to keep it to 40 cards. Revival Golem is absolutely insane, summons itself off of the mill from Catapult Zone, and Tackle Crusader is also crazy. Its effect procs when you mill it with Catapult Zone, and the one that matters really is the target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, change that target to face-down defense position. So as we'll see later in the game, if your opponent attempts to beat up your dude with one of their creatures, and they have another creature that can beat up your dude post Catapult Zone proc, you proc Catapult Zone off of the first dude, beating up your dude, you send Tackle Crusader, you Book of Moon their other monster. Really sweet card, push Catapult Zone over the edge this week. The absolute star of the deck, one of the cards that made me play this deck, Bull Blader. Bull Blader has an extremely respectable stat line, totally gets in for 16. The effect is insane. He takes no battle damage from battle. He destroys whatever he battles at the end of damage calc. With Catapult Zone, it turns him into an indestructible death control machine that just slowly creeps the opponent out of value. Bull Blader, Catapult Zone. Get over your dude every single turn, just incrementally eking out advantage from the opponent. It was just one of the most incredible synergies I've ever spotted in progression playoffs. Absolutely loved it. Heraldic Beast Basilisk, I only have 2 of this. It's discount Bull Blader. Heraldic Beast Basilisk, basically Bull Blader's copy 4 and 5. Like I was saying, the Grandmarg and the Mobius, I actually have a second Mobius, but I decided to play 1 because I didn't really want to play any other attributes than Earth for my Block Golem, but I wanted, because the board is so sticky in this deck, there's raccoons flying all over the place, and Catapult Zone is protecting my dudes that get beat up and slinging Revival Golems out of the deck. It actually functions as a pretty good Monarch style deck. There's lots of tribute fodder that's always on the field, and so I wanted to play Mobius just in case anyone was doing something silly with a bunch of Speller Traps. Like, I could slam Mobius and pop, mainly for Joe and his all of those fire formation cards that get left behind. Also, I mean, no need to talk about Grandmarg. It's a big Earth dude. This deck totally wants to play a big Earth dude, and it's awesome. Pops 2 sets, and when I tribute an Earth, I draw a card. I could not want anything better for this deck. 3 copies of Planet Pathfinder because I gotta see that freaking Catapult Zone. It is just too important. Seeing Catapult Zone in this deck is so important. It does not matter if it puts me behind a turn on tempo, because Catapult Zone and the kind of monsters that I was playing in this deck fight really hard to come back from loss of tempo. I was considering some cards to play, and I'll get to it later because of Planet Pathfinder, but yeah, I so needed to see Catapult Zone. We've got 3 Pebbles because we need to see our Redox, the other boss monster of this deck. It's an Earth deck, and Redox is Monster Reborn and a big wall and tribute fodder, everything this deck could possibly want. It's Redox. We've got the Revival Golem and the Tackle Crusaders. I wanted to play 2 Trance the Magic Swordsman. Seems goofy, but sometimes a big dude can win the game by themselves. I was actually running into the issue of having too many little dudes left around on my field to do anything with. And because once these raccoons come out and they do their initial thing, they don't really do much after sticking around. I don't have any Sandayu to go into or anything. And so I was just like, I'm just going to play Trance. It's a big earth dude with 1 tribute. And sure, I got dudes laying around that I can do for 1 tribute. That's fine. I pulled 2 Burst Rebirth. Awesome for the Raccoon package. Compulsory Escape Device. This card is so silly and has some pretty awesome synergies with our deck. It can put back Kalimtosa so that I can use Kalimtosa again, and functions as a way to make use of the fodder that gets left around on my board. It can also put back Revival Golem after Revival Golem has been milled off of Catapult Zone, and so I can use Catapult Zone to mill Revival Golem and summon it again. It didn't come up in the games, but Compulsory Escape Device was such a cute card to be playing in this deck. 3 copies of Mirror Mail. I know what you're thinking, Gavin. It is the week before the last week. What are you still doing playing Mirror Mail? And I will tell you, I have to summon this stupid baby raccoon with 800 attack. It's a +1, but it's a +1 that immediately gets beat up and gets me taking a lot of damage. Well, you know how to make use of the +1. You play a card that is generally a 2-for-1, and with the Pompoko, it is just a 1-for-1. Pompoko makes this card good. I don't know what else to say. And people aren't expecting it at this point of the series, and so I think if I left a raccoon in attack position to like be getting in, they're not expecting Mirror Mail to come in. There's a bunch of little donguses that Mirror Mail actually works really well within the deck, so Mirror Mail. And then 2 Spike Shield with Chain. This is a crazy card. It's one of the best battle traps that we've ever had. Sometimes it doubles as pump my dude's defense to 4,000 and make my opponent just take 2k. It's really good with Bull Blader. Bull Blader gets up to 21 plus 12, like 3,900 defense. Initially, these Spike Shield with Chain were full force strike, and I just like the trap, the way that a trap works better at swinging the game than a full force strike that you have to wait to play on your turn from your hand and have to make everything go right. And so this loses to impenetrable attacks, which people are still playing, and so whatever. Some other cards I considered the third Tauntaun that got taken out. I considered Ghost Trick Jack Frost because this deck was doubling as a tribute deck, and Jack Frost is an excellent limited format hand trap to be playing in a Monarch strategy, since it comes out of the hand when the opponent declares an attack and then books something. It's also a play that I can make the turn after I Planet Pathfinder something. So I go Planet Pathfinder, sack, play Catapult Zone, that's my normal summon, pass. And the idea was, if the opponent then goes, okay, attack into my face, then I can go, okay, Jack Frost. And then boom, I'm like all caught up on tempo, basically. I decided that it just didn't matter, and the deck fought for tempo back easily. The third Kalimtosa, because I'm insane. The second Mobius, but not really. The third Trance, and like I said, Full Force Strike and the Monarch Awakens. My extra deck, I only put relevant cards that I could make in my extra deck, and those were Gaga Gigo the Risen, Herald of Pure Light, Excalibur if I happened to have 2 Bull Blader sitting around and I needed to push for game, Gandiva if for some reason I wanted to turn my 2 Bull Blader into a Gandiva. Can't really see any scenario in which I could want to make that happen. King of the Feral Imps, Mask, and then my 2 really cool 3-stack rank 4s are Masquerade and Heraldry Crest. Pretty good. And I could make that if I had a 4 laying around, and then I went Block Golem, sack the Block Golem, summon 2 Rock Dudes, overlay. Alright, cool, let's watch the games. Our first game was against Brent. I never like to have to be in this position against Brent. Playing for that not the doghouse spot. Alright, here's my Gavinox opening hand analysis. So we go first. Our opening hand is Mobius the Mega Monarch, Mirror Meow, Go 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 Golem, Baby Raccoon Pompoko, Spike Shoulder Chain, and Planet Pathfinder. Gosh darn it, our hand is pretty darn good. Open Pompoko Mirror Mail is just about as good as we could ask for, with that Planet Pathfinder to help us get our Catapult Zone. That is even more insane. Oh, and the other reason to play Mirror Mail, it's insane with Catapult Zone. Duh! Okay, Brent's opening hand. We don't totally like to see the Go 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 Golem in the opener, but it's an 1800. Brent's opening hand is Fishborg Archer, Sirenorca, Deep Sweeper. That's pretty good to clear up our spell and traps. Shark Stickers and Fishborg Launcher. Now, I don't know what any cards in Brent's deck do. I just know that he's trying to combo off with Waters. God, we are in a point of the game that does not make me look good. I simply do not know what the cards do, and I refuse to read them, so I'm going to open Pompoko set 2, pass. Brent's going to attempt to go in with those Deep Sweeper to get the super hot value of trading with getting my dude and a spell and trap, and it winds up doing so. I just got to choose which one it is. I'm going to go ahead, and Brent passes after that Deep Sweeper. I'm going to summon my Planet Pathfinder, search me my Catapult Zone, since I know that that Deep Sweeper is out of there. Brent draws along, and he sets along. I'm going to go ahead, and I top deck Basilisk. Wow, that card is crazy to get with Catapult Zone. It's time to start clearing out these dudes. I'm just going to let Tauntaun chill for a while. Brent sets another Archer and says pass. I'm going to summon Go 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 Golem to get in for some damage. I do so. Set my Compulse device. Brent's going to summon some Water Duders. He's going to summon a ton of Water Duders and try to get on my dudes. Brent winds up summoning a Mecha Sea Dragon Pleashion to clear that Catapult Zone. Ooh, that's not so good for me, but I think with the Tauntaun set, that won't be a big deal. Brent goes ahead and makes a Mighty Warrior. Can't do that, actually. He's just going to switch it up a little bit. Now that he knows he can't make Mighty Warrior, it's fine. Taking back that plane, not a big deal. Pass it over to me. I'm going to flip up Tauntaun to summon Kalimtosa to pop that Plesion. And I just need a big dude on the field, and so I use my normal summon to summon Mobius, clearing out that Plesion. Heraldic Beast will clear the rest of the board. Brent's going to summon some dudes, go into Crimson Blader, and pretty much I have every single out that I could have asked for that. My deck was quite good against a strategy that wanted to spam monsters and summon big dudes. Yeah. The finals of the day was against Danny. Just a based finals between two based individuals. I'm going to go ahead and lose the die roll. And we're going to get into the Gavinox opening hand analysis once more. We're actually going to do the whole 6. I'm going to analyze the whole 6 instead of... wow. Ooh, okay, there we go. So Danny's opener is XYZ Reception, Bujingi Turtle, Kage to Kage, Bujin Carnation. He had the Bujin Carnation in hand from the beginning. Bujin Crane and Bujin Ophidian. Wow, Danny's going to go ahead and normal summon Bujin Turtle, XYZ Reception the other one, go into Susanoo, and add Crane to hand. That's a pretty good opener if I'm Danny. Let's go ahead and see what I open. I open Kalimtosa, that's butts. Catapult Zone is crazy. I am a sack and I open Pompoko yet again. Bullblader, Catapult Zone, Redox, not bad, and Burst Rebirth. Wow, oh, I drew out of my mind this week. Holy crud. I'm going to go ahead and Bullblader, Catapult Zone to get over this Susanoo. I'm going to mill a Go 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 Golem. Danny's going to go ahead and make Evil Swarm Exciton Knight to clear my board. Get in for nothing, because that's what Exciton does. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use Redox's effect to discard that Kalimtosa that I definitely don't need in my hand for the Bullblader, to trade for the Evil Swarm Knight, and ooh god, I'm not going to do this because that would be cheating. Just ignore that. I'm not looking in a super fantastic spot. I'm down a few cards. Danny top decks Fencing Fire Ferret. That's Fencing Fire Ferret and Bujin Raven. That is pretty good. Fire Ferret puts him in a really good spot. Yup, he just gets in. And at this point, I'm like, oh, another Pampoko? I don't really know if that's gonna work out for me so much. I try to summon Redox like an idiot. That doesn't work like that. I'm going to summon Kalimtosa, clear out the Fencing Fire Ferret. I am still not in a fantastic position. I top deck Planet Pathfinder and I decide to, I super greed it and I don't go get the Catapult Zone immediately because I don't want to, because I know that, oh, what did I know? I'm not sure what I knew, but I knew I didn't want to play the Catapult Zone because I was afraid it would get cleared. I'm not sure. Dana goes ahead and summons Photon Papilloperative, changing my Redox to from defense to attack and getting in for some more damage. This is feeling crusty. I'm gonna get Catapult Zone and I don't play it because I see the Centipede and I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to get my Catapult Zone Centipeded for nothing. Little did I know Danny had no access to a Beast Warrior. Whatever. Mirror Mail, Pampoko, pretty good position to be in. Danny's gonna go ahead and, yep, I'm gonna go. Oh my god, I didn't set. Right, I set that Pampoko because I'm out of Kalimtosas. That is not a good spot to be in. No, no, no. Danny summons Ophidian. I'm gonna top deck a block golem that is useless and use Redox's effect to summon a Bull Blader, and I top deck a Catapult Zone like a sack. I'm gonna go ahead and make a Revival Golem. Ooh, things are feeling pretty okay for me. Danny's going to go ahead and change my dude to defense. I'm going to use... oh my god. He summons Wive Burster, changes my dudes to defense with something. Somehow my dude got changed to defense. Gets in with Wyvern. I use Bull Blader's effect in Catapult Zone, and then I'm going to tackle Crusader the Raven. Oh my god. I'm going to go ahead and draw another Tackle Crusader to get over the Raven for some damage. That's my first damage of the game. Absolutely crazy. Danny... 3 out of 3 games this week. Bujin Carnation. Now he can clear the Catapult Zone again. Ooh, summons a Collapse Serpent from hand. And now that Susanoo can threaten to get over every single one of my dudes. I forget that the Crane is in hand. I go ahead and I activate Spike Shield of Chain on my Golem. It loses the Crane. And now Danny gets in on my dudes. I lose if I tackle Crusader the Susanoo. I just lose. Game's over because I'm at 29 and Danny's presenting lethal. So I'm going to go ahead and tackle Crusader the Collapse Serpent. And then Danny's going to get in for 11 and we're going to trade the Susanoo. I top deck a Bull Blader like a savage. My thought process here is I don't want another Wive Burster to come out by clearing this. I want to clear out each individual dude first. Danny goes in with Collapse Serpent. We trade. There's no Wive Burster. Oh, God. Gonna go ahead and set Boar. Tauntaun, not an incredible draw, but Redox is fodder for Redox. Bull Blader 100 times. Bull Blader 100 times, everyone, will eventually win the game. I top deck a Planet Pathfinder. Give me that Catapult Zone. I summon Redox. Redox goes back to hand. Redox is going to use his effect to pitch Basilisk to make another Bull Blader. And we are just going in, going in, going in. This is looking pretty good for me, like I got this wrapped up. What does Danny draw? It's a Monster Slots, and I won the game. Oh, what an excellent finals that was. It is time to look at some of these other decks, and oh my goodness, this really was the return of Week 1 Zexal. Air Orca? Oh yeah, Air Orca really was in Leah's list. I guess it helps you clear stuff out. It's a removal spell in Sea Serpents, Fishy, Aqua, so why not? That's a Mermail deck. We're really all just going to ignore the fact that Leah has a 101. Leah has a Silent Honor Arc. Oh my goodness. I really do have a target on my back that just, whatever. I will talk about it later. I can't believe Leah has a 101. Here we are with Brent's deck, and while I would describe Leah's as more of a pure Mermail, this is Water Turbo. All the Fishborg stuff that seems awesome in pure water, that just dudes that summon themselves and launch themselves out of the hand and graveyard. The Snowman Maker. Oh my god, as a removal dude. Brent has a Leo main, and that Crimson Blader. Oh my god, Leviar, I'm forgetting. Bad End helped me to identify what other people were playing and keep up on the state of the game so much, because I actually took the time to look at everyone's deck. This is the first time that I'm doing it all season. I'm like, wow, this is what everybody had? Jeez. Here's Joe's deck. Yeah, it looks like a rank 4 Fire Fist deck. Yup, it sure is Fire Fist. Don't know what to say about that, because I don't know what any cards do, and I'm not gonna try now. Abyss Dweller, and Joe has Gaga Cowboy, and 2 Silent Honor Arc 101. Oh my god! We let this card through. This is one of the cards that we let through. And they really out here saying Redox Catapult Zone. Oh my god. And here's Danny's list. Pretty much 5 completely unique decks we saw this week. I'm going to count Leah and Brent's deck as unique, since Leah was really playing Mermail and Brent was playing Water Turbo. Okay, so Danny's Boojins. Yeah, it makes sense for him to be on 3 Collapse Serpent and 1 Wive Burster, because there's no darks in the deck except Collapse Serpent, so it does make sense. I probably would have greeted and played at least 2 Wive Burster, but that's my opinion. I know nothing about the Boojins. Wow, only 1 Crane. Wow, it's not even like Kalut where everyone has a million of it. Jeez, I know pretty much nothing about what to play of the Boojin ratios. Wow, Danny's got 2 Boojin Carnations, so that's why he sees it every game, because he's got 2. I love the Monster Slots, Night Beam. Yeah, just a real solid deck. Oh, especially with that Exciton Knight that is still legal. Are you all happy about this? The next week it's going to go... Well, no, the people that have the 2 Silent Honor Arc and the Exciton Knight are fighting each other round 1, and Leah's got a Silent Honor Arc floating around, and so perhaps next week is just going to be who summons the most broken extract monster. Because we all wanted to ban Gavin's deck because I have a sign on my face or something. So now that we're looking at the bans, I would like to describe this phenomenon called the Gavin effect. Now, certain cards have the Gavin effect. Pretty much every card I put in my deck, since it's associated with my name, now comes with the Gavin effect. Now, the way that the Gavin effect works is my comrades that are playing this progression playoffs with me, they see cards that are in Gavin's deck, and they go, oh my god, I have to ban it. There you go. That's the Gavin effect. Now that we're seeing this list of cards for the first time on my channel, I'm going to give you my quick rundown, very quick, very brief, like one take of what I think about the ban. Okay, Redox. Yeah, we saw that coming a long time in the making. Goblinberg, good ban. Hazy Flame, summon 2 dudes. Good ban. I was sad about it, but yeah, Hazy Flames are really strong. I'm really regretful of this ban because it would have made my Hieratics really good. At the time, I wanted to play goofy stun strategies, and I didn't want people to play Daedalus, and I wanted to get rid of Hieratics because of that reason. I regret it because this would have made my Dragon Rulers even more busted. I totally understand this ban, the Tefnut, because Joe didn't have any of it. Yeah, of course, Brent is insane with Inzectors. Yes, of course, goodbye Hornet. Joe is inting with this ban because at the time we had already banned. This was this was the week that we mind melded Madolche and then banned 2 other cards. There was no reason to ban a 3rd Madolche card. Chateau and Ticket were fine. This is a Gavin effect ban. Leah is straight trying just to tell me. Leah sees a Dragon Ruler and she just wants to take it off the table. That's the other factor. Yeah, we were trying to take Dragon Rulers off the table. Danny is incredibly based for banning this before the water goons could do water things. Joe tilted me with this ban. This is a Gavin targeted ban specifically. You just see Gavin's cards and you need to take them off the table. Same thing with air traffic control. Same thing with Catapult Zone. My goodness, you could have banned Exciton Knight and Silent Honor Arc, and we banned Catapult Zone. Tenki, obviously. Chateau, obviously. Ticket, obviously. Danny was based for banning the slow speed Book of Moon. It was at a time when we really had nothing else to ban. Finally, we man-meld Shard of Greed, obviously. I didn't have any of, what is this card called? Attention, and it was like the best removal that we had at the time, and I didn't have it, and so I banned it, and I don't know. I shrug. This ban was Slash Dimension Slice, whatever this card was. This was a good ban because it would have made Dragon Rulers that were not me insane because I only have one of this card. Sorry, Luminize was a kindness ban on the part of Leah, and Mind Drain was excellent because it should have locked up my Dragon Ruler week, but I'm a dingus and I could not follow through with that. Lead Yoke, that was pretty obvious to be banned. Dolka, Danny banned. That was the week that Joe did pretty crazy stuff with dinosaurs, so that was good. Danny bans my Gauntlet launch, my and Brent's Gauntlet launcher. That's pretty understandable. This card is pretty crazy and pretty easy to make. Brent bans Hazy Flame, dude. Actually, good ban. Hazy Flames are nuts. People gave Brent kind of like, we were shrugged and like scratched their heads at this one, but this was a good ban. This had to have been the Mind Meld. I don't remember. Don't quote me on any of this. If I'm wrong, please don't make fun of me. And then perhaps it was Leah that banned Strike Bouncer. Oh yeah, because Joe played this card. So this had to have been Mind Meld. This had to have been Leah. Okay, I'm pretty confident on this now. Obviously, Strike Bouncer was another 6, really accessible, and it's crazy. Taking a look at the standings. Ooh, we are so close together. My goodness, that half a point that Leah won this week puts her still in the lead at 12. I have clawed my way from the bottom into second place, overtaking Joe. Take that, Joseph Truthers. Bad Enders, rise up. Danny pretty much skyrocketed into 4th, having that pretty good run this week, and Brent is bringing up the rear in last. Pretty much we're getting extremely close to the live show, and it is anyone's game, almost. If Brent can perform really well this next week, it can definitely be literally anyone's game, especially since Brent is playing Leah. Could just stop Leah from getting more points, grab more points for Brent, and then crazy. I'm going to say, screw everyone that thinks that the point system is goofy and bad. It is good that the points are this close together. It makes for a more interesting competition, and the half a point is a good catch-up mechanic, and so please get over it. Everyone is roughly a point and a half away, and that's just the way it should be. Pretty much all I want to leave you with this week is an apology for being such a butt baby last week. I am really sorry, everyone. Geez, when I tilt, do I tilt? But like I said, I am going to work hard on maintaining my mental composure for me and the people around me. And, it's no sweat. We're playing for made-up points, and progression playoffs has never been so much fun. And I am just so looking forward to more, especially coming off of my rise up this week. Bad Enders, rise up. Good night, everybody, and happy bad end.